Hi guys, welcome to episode 8 of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Movies about great things, terrible things, and all things ugly. Bloody.
Although in this case, nostalgic for me.
Yep. Yeah. So, I'm Noah, your host. With me, as always, contractually obligated to be with me, Ryan.
Hey.
And Vince.
Howdy.
Maybe let's just go by Brace. Brace sounds so much cooler.
Brace?
Yeah,
okay.
Right. No, Ryan, I want people to seem friendly to the audience. I don't want to intimidate anybody.
Yeah,
His voice is so intimidating alone.
Brace is very abrasive.
Brace yourselves, people.
Now I understand the contract.
So, guys, we watched the 1988 classic Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Which was one of my favorite movies as a child.
It was excellent.
Yeah.
2 for 2, eh?
Shut the fuck up.
2 for 2 today. It begins well.
2 for Tuesday.
So I don't know if anybody in the world hasn't seen this, but
The
I'm
youngins.
sure.
The youngin, well, I guess to a whole generation, the only reference to this movie is that Keanu Reeves meme.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
well, you guys can't see it. We're doing the
yeah.
shocked face look.
Yeah. The gap mouth fucking, what's going on?
Yeah. What is? It's usually like a conspiracy meme. What if the
Yeah.
world is not actually like it is?
Mm-hmm.
It's a different way. Well, good for Keanu for being in so many memes.
Well, yeah, for a while, he thought his tombstone was going to read, Here Lies Keanu Reeves. He played Ted.
Ooh.
I guess for a while, he thought this was going to be like some kind of typecasted thing.
One shot.
Yeah.
You mean he hasn't been playing Ted in all these movies?
I would say no. I mean, it was, for a while, it really felt his... Maybe Dracula is when he feels like the most like Ted again. The other time it's like his
British Ted.
British Ted. But he's still doing fucking Ted.
That's more Theodore than Ted.
Yeah.
The other ones, it's like... His Ted is, compared to Keanu Reeves' more recent stuff, it's much more jovial. Everything else, Keanu Reeves is much more like stoic. So
It's kind of wooden a bit in a
It
lot
is.
of other
That's
why I really like his performance in this movie, because he's just like...
Ooh, performance.
Yeah,
because
it is.
There's
like,
charisma to it. Maybe that's why he's always plays it so stoic and everything else. He doesn't want to like anything else. It's Ted again.
Can't backslide.
it's like Keanu, you're getting excited again.
Yeah.
Tone it down a bit.
Well, it's like-
back it up. Oh, okay.
A buddy of mine once said that, especially for like in earlier parts of his career, or like middle, like at the times when he was like the worst actor, Keanu Reeves was at his best when he's played characters who didn't know what the fuck was going on. Those are always his best roles, and he was just confused, and people had to explain things to him.
He's been playing that role
it's in
ever
his,
since. In his wheelhouse.
his natural...
Yeah, but it's like and it's always when he's on his best. The best scenes in
his
Devil's
element.
Advocate is when he's listening to Al Pacino.
Okay, so a very fast synopsis of the movie, I would say, is Doctor Who, but with stoner teens.
With Beavis and Butthead or something.
Yeah, with Beavis and Butthead.
It's an intriguing plot when you think about it, because it implies that there's no free will because everything's predetermined. Because the idea is that there's a futuristic society where everything, it's like the Gene Roddenberry wet dream, where everything's perfect, everyone loves each other, it's great. Like,
Oh yeah, that
what is
utopia.
it? Was it what's low and what's high as George Carlin?
Okay,
explains to
so yeah, so the first opening scene, it's George Carlin talking right
to us, yeah,
to us, the audience.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2688.
Well, first is the opening credits, like the kind of off-centered opening credits that look like they should be in 3D.
Oh, the weird geometric shape.
Yeah, but even like the titles come at like it's supposed to be almost like I put my 3D glasses on.
Put your 3D
segment.
glasses on now.
Yeah.
But it was really nothing. It was just for the credits.
Yeah, and then George Carlin in like a Spike Lee movie, talking like in a black background, off-center, talking directly to us.
the audience. Guys, it's 2688, San Dimas. Bowling averages are up.
Yeah.
Mini putt
scores
are down.
are down. That's the thing.
Everything is clean. Our water is clean. Even our dirt is clean.
Yeah. And the basis of this great society was the band Wild Stallions.
The music of
Wild Stallions, which united everyone.
Was it Wild Stallion or Wild Stallions?
It was Wild Stallions.
It was
Wild Stallions. There's two of them, yeah.
Yeah,
Wild
but
Stallions
it's
with
like
a
the
Y.
Lone Ranger.
Well, it's...
I think, and Wild Stallions with a Y.
Yeah.
Yes, wild with a Y.
Yeah, it was very, very extreme writing. We'd see more prominent in the 90s of just replacing I's with Y's.
Yeah, and as it went into the 2000s of replacing S's with Z's.
Yeah.
Biker Boys, throwback to that.
So, yeah, it implies, but it's like, okay, so this band created peace on Earth, but for some reason in the past there was a danger of them breaking up, but that they should have broken up as soon as it happened. So like there was nothing that it's not like Terminator where something went back to cause them to break up. So like George Carlin is supposed to go. I guess it's part of history for him to go back to make sure they pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
their free will is an illusion.
They're forever going to be in that loop
Yeah.
of they have to be saved by George Carlin to create the society.
Yeah.
So they can have George Carlin to go back to save them.
Mm-hmm. Because there was nothing that was like the only way they could pass this was with George Carlin's help to begin with.
Yeah. So the reason the band was going to break up was because they were failing their history.
The band is two members, Bill and Ted.
Yes, both on guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't play it.
Yeah, they're also dumb as fuck.
Yeah. Well, that they have
they're California surfer dude
Yeah.
mentalities, but
apparently originally in the original script, they were supposed to be like two 14-year-old skinny guys with lowrider bell bottoms and heavy metal t-shirts. Kind of like losers, like they weren't like popular.
Okay.
But as soon as they cast Reeves and...
What are you saying? I wore those clothes.
well, yeah, no, you're the coolest guy I know.
Okay, thanks, Ryan. Nice rainbow suspenders.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, yeah, as soon as they cast Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter, like the filmmakers were like, okay, well,
Yeah, I mean,
these
like,
guys are actually kind of cool. So
yeah, and he's wearing like a Van Halen shirt, which isn't like the most popular band in the world at the time.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I did a Van Halen count of every time Van Halen was either seen or referenced in this movie.
Specifically Eddie Van Halen.
Well,
Yeah.
just anytime Van Halen was mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
one way or another,
There was two Iron Maidens. Yeah, I kind of.
there was two Iron Maidens. There was 5 Van Halen.
5, yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say it was
There was Van Halen at the beginning. They need Van Halen
Mm-hmm.
to become great musicians,
Yeah,
so they can have an excellent video. But
they can only get Eddie Van Halen if they have an excellent video.
yeah, but they need to learn how to play their instruments 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So they need Eddie Van Halen.
It's another loop. This whole thing is just
Yeah.
this paradoxical loop.
Is this movie Looper? Did we watch Looper by mistake?
Yeah.
Another time, Ted is wearing a Van Halen shirt the entire movie.
Yeah, the Sammy Hagar one too.
Yeah. There's a Van Halen poster above Deacon's bed
Mm-hmm.
in the bedroom scene with Napoleon.
Yeah.
Spoiler. Sorry guys.
Deacon is Ted's younger brother.
Yeah. There's Lieutenant Van Halen, the cop that Bill pretends.
fake cop.
Yeah.
The fake cop. Oh, this is Lieutenant Van Halen. Oh, you forgot your car keys.
Found your keys.
Dude,
And-
director.
And there was another reference, but I don't remember what it was. But I remember going, a fifth one. Good. And
At
scratching.
the end.
Yeah, it was right at the end.
Yeah, when they're like, maybe it's time to get Eddie.
Oh, yeah, maybe we need to get Eddie Van Halen to help
And they're
with
like,
this.
maybe we should learn how to play.
But that's all the way at the end of the movie. We're still, like, very much at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason the band is going to break up is because Ted will go away to...
They're flunking history.
Yeah, well, they're flunking history, and if they if Ted flunks, his hard-ass dad, seems like the sergeant of the detective,
Yeah, it could be like
police
Strickland's cousin from Back to the Future.
Oh, that's Strickland. I was thinking King of the Hill Strickland.
Okay.
Sorry, I was like, I don't remember that episode.
King of the Hill to mine.
Well, man, I can't wait for them to release any other season than the first 6. Oh, I missed that show. So, and if they flunk...
Ted gets shipped off to military school in Alaska.
in Alaska.
Meanwhile, and there's also introduced, it's like, you think it's a subplot, but it's a really interesting, weird character thing with Bill and his stepmom.
Oh, the Oedipal complex?
Yeah, where his stepmom, who's like, I guess, 5 years older than him?
Well, yeah.
They said they went to high school together.
Yeah, she was a senior when he was a freshman.
Yeah.
And Ted also asked her out to prom.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Bill, remember when I asked Missy out to prom?
Shut up, Ted.
Shut up, Ted.
Bill, who wears an inside-out sweatshirt that's with the sleeves and stomach cut out.
Yeah, like a midriff belly shirt.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to call it. It was the style at the time, I guess.
I guess.
I wasn't there. Well, I guess I was, but not vanished conscious at the time.
Well, you're making up for it now.
Yeah, you know, with my bell bottoms and heavy metal shirts.
Well, Ted's rocking a very Magnum-esque Hawaiian shirt at the end,
Yeah, that was very strange.
which
I
you
was
could
like,
definitely pull off.
oh yeah. To have Hawaiian print on my body is nothing new. All right, so where do we leave off? Oh yeah, I actually, you know what? Talking about their history class, I really liked their answers for the teacher of like, who was Napoleon? Short, dead. Yep, those are two things to describe Napoleon.
Joan of Arc was Noah's wife.
Yeah, Noah's wife, not my wife.
It's logic. Yeah.
Yeah, not my wife. Very rarely do I get to hear my name in cinema. And every time I do, I get like a giddy little joy.
You must have been freaking out during Aronofsky's Noah.
Actually, the hardest time I ever had was the Notebook.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because the main character is Noah, and Ryan Gosling and I look very similar still when we were watching it.
I was gonna say you and James Garner got a very.
Oh yeah. So when I was watching it, I'm like, it's like
Rockford.
Me.
I get the girl named Rockford. Spoiler.
Yes.
They're the same character. Ryan Gosling and Rockford.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
James Garner are the
right.
same guy.
Yes. Oh man, I cried like a baby every time I watch that.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Physical son of a bitch.
So not only do they have to pass their history exam, they have to get an A+.
Yeah.
And their presentation isn't just like in front of the class.
It's in an auditorium.
Yeah, it's the whole school, it seems.
Well, it's very movie America high school, where like everyone looks like they're in their 20s. Everything's huge and like there's these big productions. Like I find high schools in especially this area of movies, there's either two kinds. It's either like Dangerous Grounds, or
right.
Dangerous, wherever that fucking Michelle Pfeiffer one was. It's either like a bombed
Dangerous
out
Minds.
Dangerous Minds. It's either like a bombed out Detroit or like Lean on Me.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
shitty. It's either a shitty school or it's like fucking amazing. Like
Yeah, it's way too
like
nice.
most colleges,
Yeah, shiny.
Yeah.
Very shiny.
shiny and clean.
And
Big.
And big, very big. Fuck, that school looked huge, especially when they were on the outside of it. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
is that like a whole mall?
the campus. Yeah.
Oh, and the topic of their paper. Very, very random choice as a high school professor to choose, I guess.
It's like I said, they get to everyone else to give single presentations, but they get to do joint ones.
They had a whole ensemble with lights and.
But they get graded together. It's
No, there were pairs.
They were pairs. Oh yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
mostly I saw like the one.
There were ones and twos, but I saw it when it was going down the sheet, like, oh, Bill and Ted last. He's tapping the paper.
Yeah.
There was two other people who were grouped.
Okay.
I don't know how it works. But they have to do a report on how would a historical figure enjoy San Dimas currently.
Are they supposed to be in California?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's shot in like Arizona.
Yeah, it was actually filmed in Arizona.
Well, it was after Back to the Future. They said time
Movie
travelers
magic.
in California were big at the time. I know the time machine was going to be like a car
Yeah.
at one point. They changed it to avoid confusion with
Back to the Future.
And
Good move. I like the phone booth.
which makes comparisons to Doctor Who. Like, I don't fuck about that.
Yeah, well, it was, the 90s or the late
Yeah.
80s.
It was
Late
originally
80s.
supposed to be a 69 Chevy van. The idea was
Oh, that'd be
abandoned,
pretty cool.
See all those
Like
struggle
18
figures,
man.
yeah.
too close to the concept of the DeLorean. Yeah.
Which makes DeLorean used to be was a fridge originally too.
And then instead, despite the similarities to Doctor Who's time machine, the TARDIS, the film's time machine was styled after a 1960s American telephone booth.
Which also has, much like the TARDIS, bizarre inside space.
Oh, yeah.
Because how many guys did they fit in there at one point?
Well,
a dozen?
Hold on, I had a count here going. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus the two of them, 8,
Yeah.
9. There were 9 people crammed in a phone booth. I've never seen even that many nerds crammed into a phone booth during rush week. But at certain times, like, even with 3 of them in there, I was like, man, they look cramped in there.
Yeah.
But
They were able to close it. Like, at one point, they were, like, all standing in there sideways.
yeah, riding it like a boat. They're
Yeah.
standing up, doors open, and they're just hanging out.
Yeah, like, that was another thing. Okay, this is, like, goes way forward, but I did something I thought was art when they're traveling through, like, the circuits of time, which, again, looks like a weird 3D thing. And, like, you see this thing, like, an electric thing, like, jumping from one to one, and they're like, what is that? Like, I don't know. And that's never fucking brought up again. It was like a weird like thing to know. It's like they bring up things for the universe that don't have. It's just.
Well, it's probably because they did all that in post.
It's true, I guess. Yeah,
like,
it fleshes out the universe, but it is weird. Like they stopped a bit. Whoa, what is that? And it's like leaping from thing to thing because.
Yeah, in the script, it was probably just like they see some sort of weird like.
Yeah, because like the
anomaly.
physics of like how this work is dubious because you can be outside the phone booth, I guess. While it's traveling, I mean, Napoleon gets roped in by but like electric
force,
lasso.
I guess. Like,
Yeah, almost. Right? It was just dragged into the into the light, Caroline style. Okay. So at this point, George Carlin comes back through time.
At the Circle K.
Yeah, at the Circle K.
And again, strange things are afoot.
Where Bill and Ted are studying at the Circle K.
Asking random goer by.
You know why? Because
yeah.
Bill's dad is about to go to town on Missy.
He's like, when did the Mongolians conquer China, rule China?
Yeah, fuck, when Bill's dad's gonna go down, that was like a fucking pedo scene. It really felt like...
Yeah, because he had that...
She looked so uncomfortable, and he was like so creepy.
Well, he had that like full rape beard.
Yeah, he looked like
really
Martin
rapey.
Moe's creepy brother.
Yeah, really rapey.
Yeah, and he's like, "Here, kids,
like
have like $10
it's like
to go to the
Dutch
store.
angle. It's like, ugh.
I'm just gonna help your stepmother here in your
I'm
bedroom.
gonna fucking your bed.
Close the door, creepy style, eyeballing him while he does it. No, clack.
It was
and you know, obviously they're old enough to know what's going on.
Oh no, yeah, he's like in your bed, dude. Shut up, Ted.
Shut up, Ted. Remember when you asked her to prom? Shut up, Ted. So yeah, they're asking random people history questions in the parking lot. With one lady's like, "Well, I don't know. I just work here." Didn't ask if you worked here. I asked, "Do you know when the Mongolians conquered China?" And George Carlin makes himself known for the first time to
George
Bill and
Carlin,
Ted.
who's fucking pimp as fuck.
Rufus.
Rufus is like one of the coolest motherfuckers in cinema.
Cinema.
Cinema. But no, I mean, fuck cinema. It's cinema.
Yeah.
It's like supernatural.
Supernatural.
In Tejas style. It's way beyond supernatural.
Well, yeah, he's wearing like that leather trench coat.
Well, it's like
the
it's not even
Oakley
leather.
shades.
It's like weird, like velvety. It's baggy in some parts, but small in others. Like it's
very 80s.
It looks like something out of a Phil Collins video, but he makes it work. He's just smooth as fuck.
Yeah, and those like Oakley style glasses.
Yeah,
and his hair is all slicked back. He was looking very good.
Yeah, if he was a pimp, he could have turned me out.
And later on in the movie, he kind of was pimping with the two princesses. Princesses.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I keep jumping ahead, and I know.
Well, you can do that. This movie is time travel, buddy.
Yeah, I guess we're
traveling through this review. We should have re-edited it where it's.
No, leave it Tarantino
we talk
style.
we talk back to each other.
Yeah. And George Carlin says, "Hey, I got a time traveling phone booth for you guys."
Yeah.
So don't.
And they don't really question it. They're just like, all right.
Well,
cool.
they don't need questioning because immediately they themselves show up from the future.
Yeah, their future selves.
He never introduces himself to them.
Right.
They introduce him to themselves.
Yeah, they're like, listen to this dude Rufus. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Well, you know how future Bill and Ted earned present day Bill and Ted's trust? Had to guess the same number.
69.
69,
you know what's
dude.
funny? The only time, because they do air guitar all the time, and they always... Yeah, and you hear the electric on, except when the four of them do it, and like you don't hear the electric guitar. It's like cancel each other out.
I was going to say, they must have just canceled each other out sound-wise.
There's a paradox. They can't have four electric guitars going at the same time.
It blew the speaker.
At the same time,
double
it blew
stereo.
The speaker.
Yeah.
And Ted reminds himself, don't forget to wind your watch.
Yeah. And give his
love to the princesses. Yeah, who? You'll see. and he proceeds to see as they begin to travel the circuits of history.
Well, he takes him as a test drive to the Napoleonic Wars.
That was here it is, 1805 Austria.
I don't know. You'd kind of think that they come from such a in the future it'd be more advanced, and he shows up in a fucking old ass fucking phone booth.
Well, it's meant to blend in.
60s.
Its true form is
I
like
guess,
this weird, like octohedron
crystal
thing.
And there's like an antenna on the roof that's like just a...
It's a raggedy ass.
Like it looks like a broken umbrella. With
or actually it looks like one of those things you hang clothes dryers in the backyard.
Oh, yeah, with the clips on it.
Yeah, clothes hanger, yeah.
And you know what? I like how George Carlin answered, how does this work?
Modern technology.
Good enough.
Yeah. Shut up. That's why.
Science. That's why.
Did you think of science? Because that's how it did.
A wizard.
A wizard came and he made it for us.
Future
magic.
Wizard.
Just magic.
Yeah.
And he takes him to the Napoleonic War, Austria, 1805.
Napoleon sees them and is immediately offhand. He's like, yeah, fucking blow them up.
Yeah, blow them up.
I guess they're within 20 feet of us.
Yeah, even though he has his spyglass.
Yeah.
And they're like, bye, Napoleon, dude. Mm-hmm. And there's an explosion that goes off behind him, and he gets thrown forward into the
portal when they falls to the ground.
The time space
tunnel.
Time tunnel. That's a good name for it. I'll write that down so I refer to it as that.
Circuits of history.
It's kind of like Time Bandits. They just like kind of just opens up and they fall into. But to go to time, they dial.
Yeah, they dial. Every history is like a number. They have a whole phone book.
Yeah, the phone book, because right after they travel back to current day.
That's right. What did you write? Down? What it was called? The book.
It was the phone book for the Circuits of Time.
Right, that's it.
And he also Rufus stresses that even though they're traveling through time still continues to move forward in San Dimas in the quote unquote present. Yeah. So they can't like return to right when they left.
No, that's why Ted has to remind himself to wind his watch. Yeah. Because that is current.
So like they do, despite having a time machine, they still have a ticking clock.
Yeah, but you know that's okay because there needs to be a little pressure.
Yeah, well, and they have like a day, like
they have like a day.
They have like 18 hours.
So
a lot gets done in like the final 2 hours. A lot gets done.
A whole lot. The entire movie happens in the final 2 hours.
And even then, there's no real like conflict.
No, there's like no real antagonist. I guess.
Yeah. Well, there is conflict when
they go to
jail.
Yeah.
Well, first, it's kind of like it's almost like a road trip movie. Because they're just going from history spot to history spot, just kind of collecting people. Well, at first, and then they spend time on the first two, and then they just kind of
then they're like, all right, we just got to...
they montage the rest.
We got time.
They take advantage of a broken time machine, just to be like, we'll just collect people.
Yeah. And they collect quite a crew.
Yeah, well, like I said, Napoleon gets stranded in the present, and they pawn him off on... Deacon, yeah, Ted's little brother, being like, here's some money, look after Napoleon.
We'll be back.
And
then they start traveling through time, picking up...
first collecting Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid in, what was it?
Guy who looks like Judd Reinhold but wasn't.
1879, New Mexico. Mm-hmm.
Who, as they point out later, is very fucking chill about the whole time travel thing. He takes it very fucking well.
He is the best. Him and Socrates.
They become buddies. I can't understand them.
I was saying I want to see a movie with just them.
A spin-off.
Just a 45-minute long episode.
Like show how they infiltrated and became the executioners.
How they became the executioners. How they kind of communicated with each other when they're trying to pick up chicks.
Yeah.
They're hanging out. They seem to be buddies.
There was probably more stuff shot with them that
I wouldn't be surprised. I know there was.
They got left on the cutting room floor.
So they go to pick up Billy the Kid, and they go to the saloon, and luckily for them, 2 beers. They don't get carded.
Yeah, big ass.
You gotta remember this place, dude.
Yeah, they don't card. And Billy the Kid kicks open the swinging doors and goes, "I need 2 men. Who's with me?" And everyone shies away, and they're like, okay, we're in.
Yeah, because they're very, as stupid as they are, they're also incredibly enthusiastic and positive people.
Yeah.
Two of the most positive characters in film.
Yeah, for sure.
In terms of optimism.
And they...
it's mostly blind ignorance.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they look very blissful. Mm-hmm. So Billy Kid tells them, we're going to do a gambling scheme, you see? And what I wins, I keeps.
Which is funny.
And when you wins... I keeps.
Because he announces it in front of a bar and then proceeds, I guess they immediately do it at that bar.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're sitting at the game, it's like, dude, I just saw you team up with recruit 2 people.
And also, this is why no one wants to work with you, Billy the Kid. You're taking all the profits.
Yeah.
Whatever you win, I keep. Screw you, man. Screw you, jerk.
Yeah, which immediately gets into a fucking bar fight.
Oh yeah, cheat. And then the whole bar just erupts.
Mm-hmm.
Bill and Ted get dragged across the bar, classic style. Head smashed through the wall.
Although they do save Billy Kid's life, so he feels indebted to him.
I guess. So he joins them on their time travel run.
Yeah, they go to next to Greece.
Yeah,
Pick up Socrates.
Athens, 410 BC, to pick up Socrates.
Socrates.
I guess they
By quoting Kansas.
Yes, dust in the wind.
Yeah, who's he so late? And they take him. It's almost like they take the fucking old man. Like, come on, old confused man.
Yeah, you're coming. With
and then he interprets what they say as the opening of Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
Like sand through an hourglass.
These are the days of our lives.
It's like, I get it. It all makes sense.
And the theme for this was sand, by the way, guys.
Okay.
Sand and Van Halen.
Sand and Van Halen. That's all I took away.
Sand
from this
Halen.
movie.
I hate
Sand Halen.
I hate sand. It's coarse and rough and gets everywhere.
I also like that they kept saying, "Let's bag him." Whenever they were gonna steal a person in history, and also whenever they would take somebody from history and everybody else was around to see it, there was never any stories through time of the time travel machine.
Not that they really gave a fuck either. Like, oh, that's weird. Like, luckily people were alone, but they did. No, they straight up kidnapped Sigmund Freud.
Yes.
Yeah.
They lassoed him.
They say most of these get fucking Lincoln too.
Yeah, he's like, oh, what are you doing?
Everyone's super chill about, yeah, all right, cool.
He opens the door, he's like, oh, huh, and then Genghis Khan just grabs him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's go.
Genghis Khan gets thrown with a Twinkie, and he's kind of cool with it.
He's making out with one of his sex slaves. And
let's go through the cast of famous celebrities.
Well, wait, they take the quick break because they go to there's the montage of collecting people. They go to medieval England.
Yes, to try to pick up the. I don't even know why they went there.
They just kind of showed up to look for something historical.
But then they found babes.
Yeah, they met
babes.
They met the princesses. They fought in suits of armor. Ted fell down the stairs. Somehow fell out of his armor while the armor remained completely in one piece.
Yes, and
then just walked up and stabbed him.
Yeah, this guard just stabbed him. And then.
Well, originally they were supposed to pick up a non-famous medieval person called John the Serf. And apparently he's listed in the credits.
Maybe it was that dude who fucking sells them out immediately.
Yeah.
It's like, I saw they fell from the sky.
Heretics!
Their eyes were flame.
But I want to get back to when Bill is about to cry after he thinks Ted died.
Oh yeah.
And
they hug.
First there's another guard that Bill has guards. Guards.
Dark Ted.
They have a quick sword fight, although it looks like Bill's about to lose. Mm-hmm. When Ted comes back and clonks the guy over the head. Or no, he bones him over the head.
Yeah.
With Bonehead.
Yeah, it's that Bonehead reference. And the drum roll, the snare, the whole thing. He makes a Bonehead reference, and Bill, overjoyed, hugs Ted.
They then awkwardly separate.
Yeah, and say, "Fags."
In unison, yeah.
That was the 80s. It's pre-Philadelphia.
It certainly was the 80s, because you really can't get away with that anymore.
No.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, before world became too PC. PC principle. And
I think one of the last shows to get away with that was South Park.
Yeah, but that's it. They're also,
episode.
Yeah, they're also satirical in that sense. They when they say it, there's a meaning behind it. They're not just saying because man, fuck that fag.
Yeah.
Okay, so they eventually do meet the princesses.
Yeah, they meet the princesses.
And Ted brings a message of love.
Yeah, they're very charmed by them.
Yeah. Although, I don't know why. I mean, Keanu, kind of a handsome guy.
Well, I guess they have that power to just charm people, including the historical figures. They can't charm their teacher, and they can't charm anyone in the present.
In the present. But anybody in
the past or the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, but their teacher doesn't hate them.
It's true. He does feel like
he's just look, guys,
being their teacher must suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's he probably really tries, and he's just really disappointed with them. He's like, look, man, I like you guys, but fuck, you're fucking dumb.
And they are.
Yeah. No, it's Ted's dad who's the true
the villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's gonna send him off to military school if he
if he doesn't
flunks.
pass this. So while Bill and Ted are trying to woo the princesses, they get interrupted by the royal ugly dudes, aka the king.
Yeah, because the princesses are said to be wed to 2 old fucking guys.
Yeah, some geezers to help. I don't know, the kingdom or whatever women were sold off.
For their insolence, they get sentenced to the Iron Maiden, which I think is awesome.
Which they were excited about.
But then they're like, okay, now execute them. And I'm like, wait, what?
I thought we were gonna maiden them.
Yeah, like that is executing them, no?
Yeah, and then it goes to them getting to get their heads chopped off
in the courtyard.
Times Square.
They've captured the phone booth.
Yep. And the 2 axemen raise their axes up to chop off Bill and Ted's head, and they cut the ropes and they disrobe. And who is it?
It's Billy the Kid.
That's right. The true heroes of this movie.
Mm-hmm. And then they do a getaway, like a carriage getaway.
Yeah, with the horses, and they have the phone booth on the back.
Mm-hmm. Knocking people out of the way.
Yeah, destroys a small
village
market. Yeah,
it was almost like a hamlet. And yeah, they just ruin everybody's life.
Mm-hmm.
They take off. They can't dial a number for some reason.
There's a busy signal.
Like I never knew they had that problem.
And then the voice at the end says, "Party on, dudes."
Yeah.
Yeah, because the whole future is based on
their lingo.
Be excellent to each other and party on, dude.
Mm-hmm. It's their smell you later.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like they do eventually get out, not before someone fucking flails the antenna.
Yeah, but it doesn't really do any damage because then they still do a lot of time travel.
It is, but it seems like uncontrollable. Like, because they say there's a problem, like, because then they just start randomly jumping and humping through history, like just collecting people in a montage.
First they go to the future.
Yeah, they accidentally go to the future,
where they see a society based on their music,
which they're not aware of.
Yeah, they're like, oh, excellent tunes.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it wasn't really any kind of tunes. It was like...
the score, I guess, but it was...
Yeah, it was like the score. I'm sure they were supposed to put in music and somebody forgot.
Yeah, it's like the fucking scene in the room.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, crap, we just gotta fill air.
Yeah.
Put something in. I don't care.
They'll do that really creepy, slow...
slow air
guitar.
Yeah, the Around the World style.
Yeah.
And... they're just like, okay, well,
let's get the fuck out of here.
This
is creepy, yeah.
And that's when they start time traveling, picking up.
Yeah, no, they straight up kidnap Sigmund Freud.
Yeah, so first it's... before that, we go back to present day, where Napoleon and Deacon's friends go to
2 chicks, kids macking.
Yeah, good for that guy.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to the Ziggy Piggy, the local ice cream
those 2 waiters in Ziggy Piggy are the writers.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so...
The 2 obnoxious, yeah.
The Ziggy Piggy award is awarded to Napoleon for eating this enormous thing of ice cream.
Which he loves.
Yeah, he's licking it off the table and just making a real Ziggy Piggy of himself.
Yeah.
And that's when we start the time travel adventure.
Yeah.
First, Vienna, 1901, where they pick up Sigmund Freud.
Mm-hmm. They lasso him.
Or that Freud dude.
Yeah, they lasso him and drag him into the booth.
Yeah. He didn't look very keen on it.
No.
Then Germany, 1810, to pick up Beethoven. Or as I call him, Beethoven.
Yeah, they just pick him up and walk out.
Yeah, because I did some research on this, because I was always like, Beethoven was deaf. And there's a lot of times where he's like seen listening to stuff.
Well, he wasn't always deaf. He became,
I did the research. He went 60% deaf at the time of this in 1810.
Yeah.
But he lost all of his hearing by 1870.
Yeah, I think by the time he did the 9th, he was pretty much all deaf.
Yeah, and then that drove him crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So after picking up Beethoven or Beethoven,
yeah,
because apparently they've only seen his name written.
Yeah, I mean, like they pick up like he's a fucking stool.
Yeah,
they just
carry him out.
Yeah.
Then they go to France, 1492, pick up Joan of Arc,
who again is the most like I guess maybe she's a female like willing to go with them. I guess she thinks there's a message from God.
She was pretty cute.
Yeah, she had a real like Rachel Lee Cook look to her.
Yeah, that like short hair and very pretty eyes.
Yeah, but yeah, no, he has the Bill does the Leonardo like finger touch.
Yeah,
man,
finger to God.
It's like the total like Doctor Who moment of like taking her. So she's no problem picking. They're gentlemanly to her.
Yep.
Is this Genghis Khan next?
Oh yeah,
it's
1209 in outer Mongolia.
He was like, he's picking out on a fucking turkey leg while another girl's pulling food and putting it into his mouth too.
Yeah.
He was bored with that, starts to ravage her, and they lure him off with a Twinkie.
With a Twinkie. And first he swats at it and then he's like, oh, okay.
Makes him pick up his club.
Yeah, gotta have that club when you're traveling, right? Then finally, to the White House in 1863.
When they do a Saturday Night Live gag.
Which one?
The land shark.
Oh, Candygram.
Candygram.
Yeah, Candygram.
I
don't remember.
Find out that.
Who is it? Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
How many people in this were from Clone High?
I was looking up there. This is one of 4 times where Genghis Khan and Abraham Lincoln were on the same thing together. This Star Trek, Clone High, and I think I can't remember the 4th one. So we got that. We got Genghis Khan, but of Clone High we got at least 5. We got Abe, Genghis Khan, Joan of Arc, Sigmund Freud, Napoleon. And I think that was it. So Socrates wasn't never a character.
Not to
now there was Billy the Kid.
No.
But of all like the later ones they pick up.
So yeah, pretty good.
So now they're then that's the point where they're surfing through it sideways and they realize the thing's broken.
The antenna's broken. So they have to get off at 1 million BC.
Yeah.
Still in San Dimas, mind you.
Give them I don't know why they had all that pudding to begin with.
Canned pudding?
Yeah, well that's old school canned pudding.
It's very old school.
Yeah, I remember that. I've had it.
Yeah.
Really? I've never seen pudding in a can.
I had canned pudding. It was rare, but that's old school.
Yeah.
It's very old school. And all this bubble gum. And apparently that's how you fix a time traveling antenna.
Yeah.
And they had so much gum. There was like all.
There was some left over the one the cavemen found. Well,
he was chewing it too.
Pudding and gum.
Well, it's a good thing they came prepared.
And he was just walking around with that. That was just his everyday travel rations.
Yeah,
they didn't know they were going on a trip or entertain boatloads of people, or in a telephone booth.
A telephone booth full of people. 9 people to 1 booth. Meanwhile, in present day, Deacon takes Napoleon bowling, and Napoleon's just cheating. Because he's a dick like that.
Yeah,
so the kids ditch him.
He gets thrown out, and it's like this sad scene in the middle of the streets.
Yeah, he gets tossed out. Buddy is tossed out. Buddy. Who is Buddy? And then we go back to... oh, no, that's when we go back to Bill and Ted meeting their past self.
It syncs up back up to before.
Yeah, at the Circle K.
Where Rufus explains to them that...
they forgot to wind their watch, and they only have 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then this is where the entire movie just, like, kicks
You have to take a lot of, like, what the fuck... Because they do... Even with montage... There's, like, 2 montages.
Yep.
Even that is, like, get the fuck out of here. Because, like, within the 2 hours... So they get back to the present time.
Yep. They ask Missy to drive him to the mall.
Drive him to the mall, but she says no until he does all his chores.
Dude, I scribbled down so fast the names that Bill and Ted called their time-traveling buddies to not raise suspicion to Missy on who all these historical figures were. And I have to read them out loud because they're just amazing. So it's Dave Beethoven, Maxie of Arc, Herman the Kid.
Yeah, that was good.
Bob Genghis Khan, Socrates Johnson, Dennis Frood, and Abraham Lincoln.
And Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, and Abraham Lincoln.
But he pauses before he says
Yeah, he's like, fuck Abraham Lincoln.
Well, you can't really lie. He looks just like Abraham Lincoln.
The penny dude.
I've seen you before. I'm sure you've seen me
and
many
then he's like... stepmom was just like, oh, okay, well, there's pop in the fridge. And
Yeah.
Just do the chores and I'll drive you to the mall.
Yeah, they get like the worst people to do some of these chores too. Like, who puts Genghis Khan in charge of scrubbing a toilet?
Why was Billy the Kid dumping plates of eggs into the drawer?
Into the drawers.
Like, well, I've never seen a garbage.
But like, how much? Okay, so you think. Okay, so you got 2 hours. That takes like what? Say 10 minutes.
Let's say 10 minutes because there's 9 guys working on it.
They drive to the mall. Who knows how long that takes? Then there's the montage.
5 minutes. They live right next door. They could have walked.
Yeah,
really,
they're fucking around at the mall, which some of them get in trouble. Some of them don't, which I don't understand why they collect all of them. I guess because they thought this is a weird gang.
Well, because they get to the mall and Bill and Ted are like, all right, guys, observe the mall because we need to write a report in an hour and 40 minutes about how you guys...
Yeah, it doesn't like take them around to anywhere like, oh, how's San Dimas? You mean, how's San Dimas Mall? Like,
Yeah, how's that one mall we went to? Oh, it was busy, I guess.
Yeah.
There's some
Well, it's true. Most of the report was just them talking about what the fuck they did at the mall.
And meanwhile, they go to meet up with Deacon to get Napoleon back, and he's like, well, we ditched him because he was a dick. So they have to find him, and where would Napoleon go? Where would you go if you were a great general and you were new to San Dimas? Well, I would go to the Waterloo water park.
For seeing possibly his own future.
I guess, but you know what? He the entire movie he's wearing his army.
And he's got his little nighty.
His regalia or whatever.
Yeah, he like sneaks in during. He's like a child.
Yeah. So this woman's like, I'm paying for 11 children.
He just walks through.
Yeah, no problem.
It was pre 9/11.
Yeah,
it was an innocent time.
It was a different world.
Yeah,
and he seems to have on his like 18th century bathing suit underneath his army
or just underwear. I guess that was the equivalent of underwear back then.
Yeah, I guess it was just like long underwear. That
and
was
he fucking loves the water park.
Yo, he looked like he was having fun. And he's like
he's shoving kids out of the way.
He's giving kids pointers. He's like, you gotta cross your arms.
Yeah.
He's carrying one kid, trying to get her out of the way faster. And then they finally find him and
escort him away.
Back to the mall.
All right. Meanwhile, at the mall,
all hell's breaking loose.
Well, you got minor stuff like Billy the Kid and Socrates trying to hit on some chicks.
Yep.
And Sigmund Freud shows up, fucks
blocks them, and
and
being a geek,
they call him a geek. Even
Socrates
doesn't understand English. He's like geek.
Well, I guess Genghis Khan starts the shit by like fucking starting to destroy a sporting goods store.
Yeah, he takes to skateboarding really quickly.
Yeah.
For a Mongolian from 1209, he took to that skateboard and like football equipment really fast.
Beethoven starts playing
naturally athletic. You know?
Yeah, Beethoven starts playing one synth keyboard,
and then he's playing 2, and then he's playing 3. Switching between.
Yeah, I guess that gets him in trouble too somehow.
Well, because like the store guy was like looking at his watch, like, "Come on, buddy."
But like again, how much time is this montage of them fucking around? I guess.
Joan of Arc takes over an aerobics.
She fucked up.
An aerobic studio or demonstration.
Yeah, she fucked up with that. Lincoln, the guy, like he sits down for a photo, and I guess the guy didn't realize he walked in wearing his fucking Lincoln clothes. He asked for the hat and shit back.
Yeah, and the beard and the mole.
And I'm like, dude, you saw him walk in with it.
You saw him sit down, right?
Yeah. You clearly know you don't own that fucking hat.
Yeah, I need the Lincoln gear back.
Yeah.
Oh, I came in with it. Well, then where's this gear go? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. That is your Abraham Lincoln getup.
Yeah, it's madcap hijinks at the mall, and they all get arrested. I guess because they're like, oh, it's a weird gang, because not all of them
do bad things.
All right, so then they get arrested.
Yeah, by Bill's dad.
Processed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think how much time is placed now.
You know what? It's only been 10-minute shots here.
Yeah.
10-minute shots. So
am I crazy, or was this like at nighttime, kind of like?
It was in the afternoon.
No, it was daytime.
It was daytime. Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, I just feel like it was like.
Well, they come back and Missy's watering the plants.
Yeah, the class is doing their presentations.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And
including we got the cheap like Mick Foley-esque pop of if your presentation is drowning, just yell at the local sports team.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
Yeah, dumb jock is smart enough to do that.
Yeah. School is good, and I think they will have a good time. And San Dimas High Football rules.
Yeah.
Big crowd roar.
fanfare.
The crowd goes wild.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't know if that will help his grade for.
No, the showmanship. I guess he gets points for that.
Yeah, that's true. That's why they make you do it in front of the class, right? Not just write it.
Yeah. So they got to bust out the historical figures.
Yeah, through the most convoluted logic.
But it's such great time travel logic. Okay, they realized if they had Bill's dad's keys, they can get him out, but he lost his keys, so they realized, okay, after presentation, we'll steal them, travel back in time, and place clues and tips for ourselves to help ourselves through this journey.
Yeah. And as soon as they say, we have to remember to blank, blank happens.
Yeah.
We have to remember to steal the keys. Got it. They're the keys. We have to remember to type up this note for us to remind us to duck.
To record a message to distract their father.
Yeah. And then while the dad is going through the office, like following the tape recording.
Getting annoyed by Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, who's just giving his real information.
Yeah.
Name, Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, everyone's they're patient with everybody's historical figures.
Well,
except for Genghis Khan.
Yeah, except for Genghis.
I mean, he never murdered or raped anybody. So I guess that's patient for him.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, everybody is still alive.
Yeah.
And when he gets to the tape recorder, the thing's like, oh, well, you found us. Way to stall him, Bill. Yeah, thanks, Ted. Now, opening for Iron Maiden. Wild Stallion.
They know their place. They know their place.
I'm like, come on, guys. Opening. This is like your dream. You could have them open for you.
Nah.
So they use all that logic. And they start to bust out the people through what looks like a window with the bars sawn off.
Well, the bars were there, then they were gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how they got rid of those bars.
And they get busted by Ted's dad to when Ted goes, gotta remember a garbage can. Gotta remember a garbage can.
Yeah, a Home Alone-esque trap of a garbage can.
And then just out of thin air, garbage can with wild stallions scribbled on
how they set that up.
Falls on his head. And
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they can't plan to study for a test, but at least they can have these Rube Goldberg machines.
Just to trap dad trap.
Yeah, so they make it to they make it in the nick of time to have their presentation, and I think this annoyed Vince more than anybody. How they had a full stage light presentation, synced up
music. It was like a Kiss concert almost.
Yeah.
But with no time
or
to set up.
Or some kind of motivational. Yeah, they're all set up to give their presentation.
Well, because it looked like they were going to be late. The teacher was like, well, it looks like we're done early because one class didn't show up, or one group didn't show up.
No, but really, where did they get to... Because it's like... The thing happened in school. They're like chilling in the parking lot of the...
Yeah, no one else had got any kind of stage thing.
Store, so and they're like, what are we going to do? And then Rufus shows up. And then they travel through time. And then they get back. And they go directly there.
Yeah, there's no point was.
But I guess.
Well, they're traveling through time. I guess they're trying to like write it as they go.
Yeah, and maybe they set up some things to like help themselves along the way.
Gotta remember to send that guy at the AV club these notes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Gotta remember to make sure that.
They said at least.
Hey, I mean, if we're gonna do this.
Well, they already set it up for something like
that's
that.
True.
Without, so. But still.
So the big presentation, everybody kind of does their thing.
Well, presentation is like, I guess, if you're from the teacher's perspective, it's like, okay, wow, you hired some actors, people to dress up like these characters and say like, hey, this looks like Genghis Khan, and
let's have him do a knife show.
And talk about like, oh, he thinks fucking sports equipment's cool.
Yeah.
Like it didn't seem like it all, unless you know who these people are. A lot of them did seem kind of like, well, I know who this person is. It didn't seem like a really great historical thought put into some of it. Unless they assume like they wrote something, because they didn't cite a lot. Well, all right, Freud one's good.
Yeah, he does a psychoanalysis of Ted, discussing how Ted's father's own insecurities are being pushed onto him.
Yeah.
And when Bill is asked if he wanted to have his head shrunk, I guess he's like, "No, I just have a minor Oedipal complex. No bigs, no biggie."
Yeah, because they also kind of imply that like his stepmom fucked the teacher.
Yeah, he's like, "Tell him I say hi." And I was like, "Well, that's weird."
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
And also in the sequel, she's fucking Ted's dad.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's the weird.
and Bill's dad is like crushed.
Yeah, it's like an alcoholic crush.
Somewhere in between that, yeah, like the second.
Napoleon.
And they never really explain that either.
Nope.
No, they're
not
like,
really.
They're just like, yeah, let's do this. That'll be.
I don't fuck with our kids.
Well,
No, I mean
out.
the script writers are just like, let's do that. You know?
Yeah, that's what I meant to. Joan of Arc has that sword fight with.
Yeah, her presentation's good. They do a good explanation of like who she is and like good explanation for her.
Yeah, talking about how she's done all this stuff before she was 15.
You notice at first, like the crowd, the auditorium, they're like not really into it. They're just like, what the fuck's going on? Like,
Yeah.
Billy the Kid's there, and then they're like,
Oh yeah,
who's
Billy
this
Kid's
guy?
there. He gets their attention, shoots at one of the lights. Imagine the echo.
No, it was off though already. The light was out. He just
yeah.
shot him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's still falling glass.
And a fucking gunshot in an auditorium.
Pre 9/11, man.
Fucking deaf stuff. Like, no, but no one's like, oh, what the loud.
I'm deaf!
The acoustics alone.
Napoleon talking about how he would have done Waterloo properly, this time with water
Well,
slides.
he's doing. I was reading. It's actually schematics of I think Invasion of Russia, which is like considered like his greatest fucking one of his greatest failures.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess his plan to use water slides against it, which Ted points out is not a good idea.
No.
But he's a dick, and this is not going to listen to him.
If Keanu Reeves is telling you it's a bad idea, listen to him.
Yeah. John Wick knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. To which point Napoleon was like, no dice, and smashes his little schematic, which I guess was an old Risk board.
Yeah. Yeah, where'd he get that schematic too? Where was that? When was that printed out? We have to just assume they just made props for them in the future and got them ready in the past.
Yeah, it's just gotta say, I gotta remember to make the props.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure that
I mean, that's taking
Beethoven has his 3 keyboards set up.
He had like fucking 6
to play in front of the auditorium.
Yeah.
And he's Ted is reading off Beethoven's favorite music.
Yeah, what was the music he said he liked?
Well, it was Handel, very good.
Uh-huh.
It was not Mozart, but another very famous classical singer, and Bon Jovi's "Slippery When Wet" album.
Amazing.
I mean, it's an album. It's even a fine album too. But
hey man, he didn't know what this was pre-grunge. He didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah,
I think he would have loved Megadeth, but
time. Well, we'll never know.
Yeah.
So Ted also has to do interpretation for Socrates.
Yeah.
Even though it's just mostly
I do like an old dude miming shit.
Yeah, he's playing charades.
Yeah.
And he's like, he loves baseball and billiards and hot dogs. Mm-hmm. And then he does the handshake and he's like, oh yeah, and he loves San Dimas too.
Yeah.
Oh, he goes this place.
Yeah. And Abe Lincoln gives a rousing speech to wrap it up.
Yeah, 4 score
7
minutes ago.
About 7 minutes ago.
So he's implying that he's been with them for 7 minutes. So I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. 80 years and 80. Wait, how much was the score?
I have no idea what the score is.
I think the score is 2 weeks. Anyways, to be continued on that.
Yeah.
He just basically says Bill and Ted are rad dudes. Mm-hmm. In not so many words.
And party on to a rousing, standing ovation.
Party on! And he looks right into the camera. And Bill and Ted are both like,
from like a low angle too. Like he's down there. It's almost a terrifying.
Yeah, it was
angle.
It was a really unflattering angle.
Yeah, they all get on their the time machine and travel away, leaving everyone confused as fuck.
Yeah, shouting, "We want more."
Yeah,
we want more. And also, you know what? Just for that David Blaine shit of stuffing 9 people in a phone booth and then making said phone booth disappear in front of everybody's eyes with no curtains or anything. A+.
Yeah, you know the guy who fucking did San Dimas High School football rules, like really fucking hated them the most. He's like, motherfuckers, I want a presentation.
Yeah. And now it's this.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it's back to the grind.
Yeah, just another day. They had their adventure in time, but now they're everyone's back to where they should be. And they're just Wild Stallions remain together, just practicing
in the garage.
Trying to make their video until Ted has the realization that maybe they should just start practicing their instruments.
They should learn how to play them.
Yeah.
And then who comes in again?
Rufus in full pimp mode.
Yeah,
because he's got the princesses in tow.
2 ladies, and he's like, "I brought these women for you."
Yeah.
And then they proceed to just kiss them on the cheeks.
Yeah, because indentured servitude.
That's it. And he tells, or then I think it was Bill goes, "Ladies, where'd you get those bodacious clothes?"
Yeah.
And one of the princes is like, "Rufus showed us the mall. Something called the mall."
Yeah.
And credit cards. And she's holding like 2 credit cards.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, you have to stay in the present now because that shit's gonna follow you through
time.
time.
Like what the fuck? How do you get so much line credit? Like,
thanks, Rufus.
Like Rufus, yeah, he didn't even buy them for them. He was just like, yeah, here's debt. You handle it.
Yeah, you figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets Bill and Ted to autograph a CD.
He explains to them the premise of the hey, this is my perfect society. You visited is because of you guys. Your music will cause humanity, aliens, and even household pets to all live in harmony with each
other. To make the planets align.
Mm.
And the planets align and have everyone from outer space to planets talk to each other. And he's like, oh, and get the ladies to sign it too, because they're in the band also.
Yeah, on keyboard and drums.
Clearly, neither of them have picked up either of those instruments.
Gives them 2 new tiny guitars. Look like toy guitars.
Yeah, they were guitars, but they had no heads to them, so you couldn't tune them.
It was very 80s.
It was like flying
V's. No, I've seen those.
I've seen them too, but they're very 80s design. It kind of reminded me like the tiny guitar Marty has. In Back to the Future.
Or the really tiny guitar that the guitars for Bowling from Soup has.
I haven't seen that.
They're not a very good band. But the only thing I really remember is they have this guy who's a big fat mountain of a man.
Okay.
And he plays the smallest guitar.
It's like a ukulele size?
And yeah, in his hands it looks like a ukulele. And he's hitting all these really high notes and his hands are basically together. And I'm like, buddy, you got these fat sausage fingers. How can you even play a single note? Because you're playing all of them when it looks like you press on the guitar. Mm. But, he made it happen for an episode.
Rufus has to jam with them. He's fucking amazing. Mm-hmm. Because, do you expect anything less from George Carlin?
Should have asked Rufus to teach him how to play guitar.
Yeah.
And then Wild Stallion does 1, 2, 3, 4.
They're fucking terrible, as always. And Rufus breaks the walls down. So once again, to let us know they'll get better.
They'll get better. And then credits.
Yeah.
It's just a phenomenal
movie. When I was a kid, I fucking loved this movie because I was huge. Between this and Back to the Future, I was like obsessed with time travel when I was like in early grade school. Mm-hmm. And this one like just helped establish that all the more. And like I don't know, it's weird. Like watching it now, it's one of those. This really is one of those movies of my childhood.
And yeah, for sure.
It's what I notice as an adult is how there's not really much to it. Like it is kind of like
it's
very simple. Yeah, it's very simple. Like it's things just kind of happen. There's not even that much of a story. It seems very condensed, but it's still super enjoyable. With 2 characters who should be annoying as fuck,
but they're not.
But they aren't. They are still lovable.
Yeah, yeah. They don't do any harm to anybody, and for the most part, things work out for them.
Yeah, it's a really fucking like when you're a kid, you see things and you just kind of present to it and you accept it as it is, and you looking from an adult perspective, you're like, it's a weird story.
Yeah.
And then when you think about the sequel, it's even fucking weirder.
Yeah.
The sequel is really.
The sequel is fucking bonkers.
Their bogus journey.
Yeah.
I saw the sequel first. Actually, I think I saw it in the theater. My uncle brought me.
I may have been the same way because I think I had the sequel was one of those things where like I had the VHS taped. Because a lot of movies I had when I was a kid was like taped off television.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I watched Bogus Journey a lot with the fucking. Bogus Journey freaked me out too at the beginning when they take the faces off and you see their like.
There's that. There's the whole scene when they go to their own personal hells. That was creepy.
We were talking about that today on the Metro.
I know that was supposed to. There was supposed to be even more of that later on.
Oof.
They just cut for budget. Death in general.
Well, I mean, for what it's worth, Alex Winter recently announced Bill and Ted 3.
They've been wanting to do it for a while. They've announced it, and all of them are on board. It's a matter of like just getting shit together. It's not like fucking the biggest career out of that is Keanu Reeves. It's not like he ever turned his back on that shit. I mean, I think he was worried for a while being like typecast, but
they should.
He never. Yeah, he was never like
should crowdfund it or something.
Yeah. I think the idea for the third one would be that they're in their fucking 50s, and them becoming this great band never happened. and them trying to figure out like what the fuck kind of a shit. Like that they never got good, despite the end of the second one where they do become
world and they have that like tour.
Yeah. And Death is their bass player.
Yeah, and it's the headlines, and that's really cool.
They have the ZZ Top, and Kiss is playing.
Yeah. They're playing the Battle of the Bands or something.
God will rock and roll to you.
They still never got Eddie Van Halen, though.
Yeah.
Who apparently would have been in it. I was like, fuck, I would have shown up.
Guys should have asked me. You always just have to ask. If you ask...
It is, but like if he'd been in it, like what the fuck would he have added? It's not like Wes Craven with Johnny Depp in New Nightmare, where it would have made sense to him be in it. He was too shy to ask. Like if Eddie Van Halen was in it, what would he?
Oh yeah, he wanted
in New Nightmare. He wanted for like the funeral scene, especially like Heather Langenkamp. He wanted Johnny Depp there,
but he didn't want to ask.
He was too embarrassed to ask, and later off the fact, Depp was like, no, dude, I totally would have done it. I was in fucking 6 for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Like I think it was for the funeral scene. Because he's the only.
He was in
like
6?
star. Yeah, he's in 6. He's in like a PSA. Like they're watching on like a television show.
Yeah,
he's there doing like some like anti-drug thing.
Oh yeah, this is your brain on drugs.
Yeah,
yeah.
While because he's like the only big star of the first one who isn't in New Nightmare, outside of like Craven, Langenkamp, and England.
So guys, what would you say this movie is? Good, bad, or ugly?
This is good.
Good.
This is good. It could be bad. I know it had the cult following or whatever, but like. It's a simple movie, but it's a fucking fun and simple and enjoyable one.
Yeah.
And it holds up.
Yeah, it was still funny. I still laughed, and I still enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's well paced.
It is like a live action cartoon, which is ironic because there would be an animated series based on this. Which I can barely remember.
There was,
the
yeah. I remember watching
it. I remember, but I don't remember that too much of it.
And there was Serial.
Yeah.
Video game. Me and Noah were talking, when I was watching the movie, and I was like, fuck, I wonder what happened to the phone booth. Mm-hmm. And apparently the phone booth time machine in the film was given away as a contest prize in the Nintendo Power magazine, as the magazine was promoting the then new Bill and Ted video game.
I wonder if you got the original antenna or if you got the
broken one,
the busted one with pudding cans and gum.
I don't want the pudding cans and gum one.
It'd be awesome if George Carlin delivered it to you.
George Carlin personally.
Hey, how's it going? It's me. It's like George Carlin, not Rufus.
Oh god.
He shows up in a fucking turtleneck and cursing you out.
Originally there was a third character called Bob. Bill and Ted began a stand-up act in which the characters would discuss current events without knowing what they were talking about. Originally, there was a third character named Bob, but the comedian who played him lost interest after a few performances.
They kind of are like, they're like a more energetic version of Wayne and Garth.
Yeah.
That'd be a good team up right there.
Wayne and Garth and Bill and Ted?
Yeah.
Well, they're pretty close.
Have that jam out.
Oh my god, they'd all be terrible. Just terrible.
Oh, Garth was good. He liked to play.
Garth was very good. You're right. Garth
had
it down.
I like to play.
I like to play.
But no, definitely good.
Definitely a good movie. Would you recommend it to anyone?
Yeah, for sure. Cult classic, baby. Every day, all day.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
because
if you're looking for something, not heavy at all. Definitely, it's fun.
And it's a great primer for the sequel too. The sequel's fucking so weird.
Yeah,
what the fuck? And it's like a good primer for that.
It was great. The sequel, that whole thing with the Star Trek, and they actually go.
Oh yeah, when they're watching Star Trek and they're actually at the place where it happens.
Where
I love the Bill and Ted are amazing. Fucking best Good, Bad, and the Uglies alumni William Sadler in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
As Death.
Yep. Good to see him back.
And he has like a weird accent.
Yeah.
It's like German. Or like Scandinavian.
Fucking the good robot us's. The shitty Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Yeah, just built out of garbage.
I love them, yeah.
Then the two...
Station.
Yeah,
Station!
Yeah, the greatest inventor to ever live.
Is it two of them?
It's two of them, and they merge into one.
They merge into one.
They run into each other and become one.
Yeah.
He has the most awesome butt.
Yeah, that's right. You guys have the most awesome butt.
Station.
And they fucking go to heaven.
Yeah, and God's there. And they quote
They
fucking,
butt in line and shit.
Yeah,
Everyone's
the meaning
wearing
of
white.
life. Yeah, they mugged people like fucking Amish dudes.
Yeah.
Quote, every rose has a thorn is the meaning of life. And meet God.
It worked. I guess he was a big fan of Poison.
No, the best is they're playing chess against...
Oh, yeah,
in
Battleship.
an ode to Ingmar Bergman's Seventh Seal.
Then they also play that game of football, like static football. You ever see that?
Yeah, but you see it in this movie. It's in like his brother's room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I never understood how that game is played.
I don't know, but I've always seen people make fun
magnets
of
or
like
something?
how fucking broken it is.
Yeah, the guy turns
shit
around.
Doesn't work. That's all I know about it.
It's the power glove of fucking sports games.
He gets so mad. He's like, "That's guy."
Oh yeah, watch that. Watch the sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that If
That's
you're
a great double feature.
If you're gonna watch one, watch both.
Yeah.
You won't be disappointed. That one of the rare times where the sequel is probably as good as the original.
Yeah. Definitely as good.
Yeah, not better, but definitely as good.
They go to hell.
So yeah, you don't see that too often.
No.
But, it was very good.
And it takes the gag at the end of planning things for the future to its ultimate cartoonish thing of one guy prompting it after the other. I'll remember to put a cage here. Yeah, well, I remember to put a fucking lock in the door for the cage.
Okay,
well, I remember to take a gun. I remember to take the ammo out of the gun.
Well, I remember to take the fire.
I knew you'd do that.
Your bullets. So, anyone else have anything they want to say about this? Just about anything in life? Or just want to wrap?
I'm good right now. But I'll start processing something for next time when you ask me.
Good stuff. Okay, so I guess it's about it for this episode. So thanks for joining us, guys.
Cheers.
Till next time.